Hello everybody, today we are going to be creating a time converter. The Philippines is currently 16 hours ahead of the US. How can we create a program that calculates what time it is in the Philippines given time in the US? So the first thing I'm going to do is create an integer like we learned last time. So I'm going to create an integer called USA time. And I'm going to set that equal to 3, representing 3 o'clock in the morning. The next thing I'm going to do is create an integer called P time for Philippines time. Now Philippines time is whatever the US time is, so USA time, the variable, plus 16, representing the 16 hours ahead. And now what we are going to do is print that to the results. So system.out.println parentheses quotes, and I'm going to put USA time at the beginning, and I'm going to add it to the string and say in the US is the same time as, and I'm going to add P time and then add the last string which says in the Philippines. And don't forget the semicolon at the end. So now if I execute it, we see that 3 in the US is the same time as 19 or 7 p.m. in the Philippines. So now we have our time converter, and you can see if we change the variable for USA time and click execute, we see that 4 in the US is the same time as 20 or 8 p.m. in the Philippines, and if we change US time to 1, now 1 in the morning in the US is the same time as 17 or 5 p.m. in the Philippines. But now we have a problem. If we type in a number that is greater than 8, so 10, we get this. 10 in the US is the same time as 26 in the Philippines, and 26 military time does not exist. So now we need to fix that using if statements. If statements are used to check if something is true. If it is true, then you do the code written inside of the brackets. In code, they often look like this. There is an if, followed by a parentheses and a code check, and then 2 brackets and a code inside. And so in code, the pink text would actually be code. So now that we know what if statements are, let's try to put it in our code. So before the print, we are going to put an if statement. So if followed by parentheses, followed by 2 brackets. So your if statement starts off looking like this. So first we need to put the check. So the check is going to be if the variable Philippines time is greater than 24, because 24 is the maximum time that we can get out of military time. So if the Philippines time is greater than 24, we need to do something so that it's not greater than 24. So that's the code that you write inside of these 2 brackets. So inside of the 2 brackets, I'm going to set the variable Philippines time, or P time, to whatever it was before, P time, minus 24. And this makes the clock cycle revert back. So if it was 25, then it would go to 1 in the morning. So now, if we try this, we see that the Philippines time is no longer 26, but 2 in the morning. So 10 a.m. in the US is the same time as 2 in the morning in the Philippines. Now that you have your very own time converter, you can use the code to experiment with different times. One thing that you can try yourself is try to convert other time zones to see what time it is around the world. I listed some ideas below that you can try. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.